So, why do you feel like you were born in the wrong body? Well, let me break it down. Let me start off first by saying we all have souls. We are all beings who have souls. Souls who come here, come to Earth, um, with a certain mission or a certain purpose. Every soul has a different purpose. Every soul is a different individual. Every soul is a different expression of art by the universe. Um, at first, I was going to make a video talking more about who I am as a soul, why I decided to reincarnate um, back on Earth, and my mission, but I more so am feeling called to talk more about this. I am a very I'm a very feminine soul. I'm a very My soul gives very much mother. um but I am in the body of a gay black boy. And I want to start off by saying that my soul chose this body. My soul chose to look this way. My soul chose to have this skin color. In past lives, my soul was a woman. My soul wasn't a man. And but in this lifetime, I chose to take the body of a man. And I want people to realize that when our souls do this, it is only for the lesson or a challenge to speed up the process of awakening or understanding or coming back to the self. So if you feel like you're trapped in the wrong body, or if your body just does not feel like you, understand that your soul chose this path for a reason. And whether it being gay or trans, um you made the decision to go down this path. And yes, that decision was forgotten. Yes, it may feel like, oh my god, this it feels like a little bit of a hellhole, being trapped and being something that you wish that you weren't. But that is the process of the journey. For me, a little personal anecdote: over centuries, been uh, my soul has been at odds with the masculine. For centuries, my soul has had her voice suppressed, silenced, has been abandoned. In past lives, I've been the high priestess in true devotion to my masculine counterparts, who have all made the decision to leave me out and leave me in the dust, leave me out in the cold, who have made the decision to choose positions of power, positions of authority over love, over my love. And I've carried this pain. Generations of my lineage have carried this pain that was so burdensome and so draining and so heavy to feel. And the reason why my soul decided to come back in this body, well, many reasons, but one of the reasons is to understand why, to truly touch the masculine, to truly understand the masculine, because we must know and realize that all of our souls are not just feminine or masculine, they're both. Yes, souls do choose or tend to choose a different energy that they like being, but in all reality, we have the capability of being both. It is duality. The divine masculine and feminine archetype lives inside us as an individual, not just in our counterparts. And the reason why my soul came back is to have a greater understanding as to why, greater understanding to feel the lessons of being a man, to feel the lessons of being a minority, to understand them truly. And on top of that, my soul has chosen this path because I knew that within inside of myself, I knew that choosing this path would lead me down a route to recreating a lot of the karmic lessons that I experienced in the past that I could not overcome, lessons that got the best of me in the past lifetimes. I knew that choosing this person, choosing to be who I am, would lead to the exile, would lead to the feelings of being alone, cast out. The spirit that I carry, the love that I carry, is foreign in this world. And on top of that, I am in a body that society says is wrong. I like I like I like I, what I like society says is wrong. And we are tasked as souls to come back and overcome the limitations of what society has created, of the way society is. We are tasked to rise above it. And in doing so, we carry a vibration that also touches others and inspire others to live authentically as themselves. And coming to this realization, I will not lie. I won't lie. Coming to this realization, I felt disgust. I felt disgust at a soul level. I felt disgust at a soul level because of the fact that I was tasked to forgive the masculine, to understand and forgive them for what they had done to me in the past lives. And with that realization, I felt a lot of disgust inside because it's hard to let go of things when someone does you wrong. And mind you, I have centuries of grief that I've carried for so long that I'm now in this lifetime beginning to transmute and heal and ascend through. Know that I want to give a different perspective because why couldn't my soul just choose a why couldn't my soul just choose the same body, same gender that it was going to be comfortable with, and move through the world easily? Well, sometimes that's just not how it's meant to happen or meant to work. Or man, that's just not the challenge that your soul chose. When souls come to earth, one, we come to experience this paradise, the beauty of it all, because there's nothing like it in the other worlds, the other dimensions. Two, souls who take on this journey, this life that is hard and difficult. We carry those lessons and our souls go through rapid growth. And we take those lessons back to the spiritual realm as a grown soul, as a more understanding soul. And the one mission of that is to come back to the true essence of the one consciousness, to reintegrate. And in order to do so, our souls have to go through these hard lessons and tribulations. And the perspective I want to offer is see it as this. See it as in a past life, you were someone who in a past life you were someone who struggled with a lesson revolving around, the opposite gender. And and your soul came here with a mission. But the way that society was structured, the way that things happened, forced that soul to act out and do things that were unaligned with its purpose and its mission. And in doing so, it may have caused the byproduct of things like suicide or harming someone very violently or just things of that sort. And when your soul crosses back to the other side, they're tasked with, okay, this is what you've done. You have to go back. Your soul chooses to come back to get it right. And you are asked, how do you grow? How are you given an experience that helps you understand and heal the karma that you've done in the previous lifetime? And oftentimes, if it's a feminine soul choosing a man's body, the feminine is learning to understand the structure, dominance, the need for control, and also an understanding the need for control, also being tasked with letting go the need for control and understanding how difficult it is. The soul of a very masculine person returning in a woman's body is tasked how to be receptive, how to listen to their intuition, how to feel the intuitive body, how to feel emotions. And that's maybe foreign, which may cause someone to cut themselves off from their emotions, not wanting to feel it. And these things are only to help us ascend, help our souls grow. And it's just sad because we live in a society that suppresses the feminine archetype, a society that says it is wrong to feel feminine qualities and feminine traits. And that is why so many demons, so many shadows run rampant amongst society, because society refuses to accept the feminine. Society has been structured to suppress it within inside of ourselves. And this is on purpose. I highly believe it is on purpose because I believe in ancient times, man saw the ability or the capability that the feminine archetype had. We must understand that the feminine, Mother Nature herself, the very entity that birthed humanity, is feminine. The feminine and within inside ourselves hold the power of creation, of manifesting and creating new timelines, which is something that was feared in past lifetimes, which is why it has been such a duty, even unknowingly, subconsciously, passed down generation to generation within the masculine to suppress it. A society structured to suppress it. And I will get more into this later on. I'll get more into the divine masculine and feminine archetypes later on. But the point of this video is to help those understand, help those who are going through this tribulation with inside themselves, and those who may have nothing to do with it, but who have an open mind to understand what gay people, trans people are going through with inside of themselves. And I implore you to think about it deeper, understand it on a deeper soul level. Souls, as a soul, we are not just one thing or the other. We are both feminine and masculine. Some souls are more so have that dominant masculine energy, while some souls like mine have that feminine energy. But at the same time, we do have that masculine energy as well. And our task is to truly come to terms with it. And I think for trans people, I have no right to speak for them because I'm not trans myself, but I think for trans people, they're tasked in this lifetime to take on the challenge of this deep transformation, of naming who they are, naming what they are, and claiming it in a society that tells them that it is wrong, that they are confused, that their decision is a mental illness. And I find it so very I find it very amazing and very I'm very amazed and just wowed at the strength and the confidence that trans men and women have to take on that challenge, to live wholly as themselves in a society that is structured against them. So, yes, I hope that this video helps others truthfully understand who they are and why they've made this choice, even if a little bit gives a little respite from the inner tribulations of the self. But um yes, I am excited to post more. I'm excited to reveal more of who I am. Um I am my soul is being from the higher realms. Um my name was long forgotten in ancient history, rebranded in another name, but um I'm very excited to talk about it and do more of these videos. So, thanks, much love, and see you in the next video.